Hey, what's up guys? In this video I just want to quickly talk about how you should properly triangulate a hole in a high poly mesh. Now, this technique is very specific. It's one that I found to work very well, and it's also kind of a little sneak peek in what we'll be presenting in our upcoming game asset course for Blender. But this technique was just way too important to put behind a paywall, so I want to present it here, and hopefully it'll help someone out. So yeah, what I want to show you is, for example, if we have something like this, maybe we have a circle with 64 vertices and it's cut into a mesh. Maybe the mesh has a few other cuts in it, right? Now, Blender will automatically triangulate for you, but oftentimes it will not do a good job. And you might be wondering, why exactly do I need to, why do I need to triangulate my high poly? Well, kind of a big topic as to why you want to triangulate. I can show you so many different examples, but oftentimes, if Blender automatically triangulates and causes artifacts or overlaps or things like that, in a baker like Marmoset, for example, it will actually display as collapsed geo and it will not look or render properly. So you want to make sure your triangulations are proper and don't contain any weird overlaps. And let me kind of show you here what I mean. So if I were to apply these booleans, let me just do that, and maybe I'll just make a bit of a more elegant connection point before I do that. Okay, so we have something like this. Now, my original example, Blender actually worked with quite well, so I added in a few more cuts here to kind of show an example of when it might not work. So maybe you have something like this, right? And you press Control T to triangulate, and what Blender is going to do is it's going to try its best to triangulate. You can kind of see how Blender does it. Blender tries to go at every single point possible at a more perpendicular direction. Now, this one did a pretty good job here. You can see it all triangulated just fine. And also keep in mind that some people are going to be like, well, don't you care about the topology here? No, because the geo is going to be baked onto the low poly. You can have the most shit topology in the high poly one, but it's going to be baked onto the low poly anyways. So the important part is more so the low poly and getting your high poly to display properly after triangulation, which is what I'm kind of trying to enforce here. So you can already see the issue. We already have an overlap on this one. We have some overlaps on this one, but more importantly, I kind of want to demonstrate when it might not connect very well around the circle. So maybe I'll actually undo this and let me add in like a circular cut over here, and this might actually disturb the connection. So let me apply that, Control T, and here's a good example right here. See how it's just kind of collapsing? This one did quite well, but this one, the triangulation just cannot handle or determine where to triangulate from. And there might be some examples that it works fine for automatically, and in an example like this, it obviously cannot triangulate very well, but worry less about the example and more so the application. So the easy way to get this to triangulate properly, and this is super awesome, is to alt-click your sets of edges around the circle, or the hole in this case. We're going to duplicate it with Shift-D, right-click, and then scale it up a bit. Now we want to move this up a bit as well, so that way we can do a knife projection downwards. I'm going to show you a different method with Mesh Machine as well, but this is kind of the way you could do it in vanilla Blender. Let me separate this piece. We're going to do a knife projection. So knife projection is really easy. We select and select, we tab into edit mode, and then we go up here to mesh and then knife project, and Blender is pretty happy. So at this point we can press the L key to delete out the hovering one, and you're going to see kind of what we have here. Perhaps this is a bit too close by, so maybe I'll just scale this down a bit more like that. Okay, cool. So now what we have is a perfect circle surrounding this cut right here, and Blender is going to automatically triangulate inwards like this around that circle. And as you can see, it doesn't really have any hiccups around there because it was struggling more so to connect to the actual hole rather than the surrounding geo on the planar surface. And this is the method you want to employ whenever you're trying to triangulate a hole like this, but Blender just does not triangulate it properly and just causes artifacts and things like that. Now I want to show you an alternate method for those of you that use Mesh Machine. It's super easy, so let me undo this and show you what you could do instead. This will actually be a bit more accurate as well, so I'd recommend doing it this way. Basically, instead of duplicating this outer edge right here, what we want to do is Alt-Shift-Click like that, and in Mesh Machine we can press the Y key and then use the offset command like that. And then we're going to have something a lot more convenient for Blender, and then Control T to triangulate, and this one is going to be your best solution possible. And same idea for this one. Obviously Blender did a pretty decent job at triangulating the big one here. Generally the smaller holes are the ones with issues, so perhaps the bigger hole is a bad example, but you see the point here. So you can either do the duplication and knife project method like I showed you, or you could use Mesh Machine, which is going to be a better idea. And that is how you want to triangulate your high poly meshes that have, you know, Boolean cuts and things like that, with detail that you're going to bake down onto a low poly. We have a lot of different triangulation methods that'll be employed in this upcoming course, so depending on when you see this video, I'll have the link to the course in the description, but it'll be out on 12th of March, so keep a lookout for that. Anyways, I just really wanted to show you guys here a nice and easy way to do it, and hope it helps, and we'll see you soon.